Recorded Books presents All That Fills Us by Autumn Lytle, narrated by Libby Mcknight. Prologue. Sometime in June, somewhere in North Dakota. I think there was a time in my life when I used to be dry and warm, but I can't remember it. Have you ever wondered what's worse than walking through North Dakota? It's walking through North Dakota during a week-long rainstorm. Oh, and remove shelters of any kind along with the illusion of replacing your soaked socks with a pair of dry ones. Trudging through the same mile, I swear I've been walking for hours. I curse the ugly, swollen gray sky. I curse the lakes that used to be my hiking boots. I curse this ridiculous state that can somehow see a week of driving rain and still be brown and scorched looking everywhere. I curse this stupid hike, and most of all, my stupid self for ever coming up with this stupid plan. At least, at this point there's a bit of tree cover. I left the endless plains a few miles back for a brief stroll through the forest, where the rain let up enough for me to see more than 2 inches in front of my face. But my lackluster optimism fades when either a few minutes or several decades later, I come across a massive beast of a tree that would have struck wonder into my heart if it had been vertical instead of lying very horizontally and stubbornly in my way. Beyond the mocking tree giant, I can make out what could only be described as a wall of stones that some disturbed trailblazer had once decided would be fun to make people climb up. Even from this distance, I can see that the stones have razor-sharp edges and slick surfaces and are my only way forward. Wasn't all of North Dakota supposed to be flat and dry and boring, easy terrain? Maybe I'm not even in North Dakota at this point. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. I look down and around me at the brown earth, the brown shrubs, the brown spindly trees. I take a moment to consider that this probably isn't the nicest place to give up, lie down and die. I look ahead again. The tree is still there. So are the rocks. It is going to be a hideous mess getting through this. But after a week pruning in the rain, I am a hideous mess to match. With an animalistic cry, I try to throw my backpack over the fallen tree. 9 attempts later, it actually makes it all the way to the other side. Then, sighing with all the weariness I can muster, I lower myself onto the soggy, slimy earth and wiggle my way underneath the tree. I emerge on the other side more mud than human, but feeling accomplished for the first time in days. Taking a brief intermission from patting myself on the back, I glance around for my pack, then search more feverishly when it doesn't appear. Eventually, I see it. Staring. I almost hope this is some sort of joke. I should look around for a hidden camera and brace myself for some obnoxious TV show host to jump out of the bushes and yell, "Gotcha!" Nothing happens. Except it keeps raining, of course, and mud is now slithering down my back, and somehow into my pants. And my backpack remains halfway down a mud-slicked, comically steep ravine, nestled in a grove of what I am 110% sure is poison ivy. Literally between a rock and a hard place, I am left with no choice but to begin the slow, possibly deadly slide down the ravine. I get on my hands and knees and leave any remaining dignity I had at the top of the ravine. For a distraction, I start listing all the things I hate. Myself, obviously. This hike, this rain, this godforsaken state. I grab onto a muddy root as my boots struggle to find traction. My limp hair is in my face, a squirrel's nest of knots and tangles. My arms are covered in scratches, mud, and blood. My clothes are so drenched and torn I'm practically immodest at this point. But there's a hint of a grin on my face.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?